Hey everyone, welcome to Teachers Lab Edu PD live shows for teachers only. I welcome you and I'm super excited for our today's webinar since today we're talking about assistive technology and young adults with amazing Kelly Fiddelke. I'm going to invite her in a minute, and until I do that, so please do share from which part of the world you're tuning from and what is your teaching role. If you're watching us on Facebook, so please do join us on YouTube. The link is attached there to the Facebook post. And we're sharing today with Wakefield Resource Collection. So stay tuned and you will get the link to incredible Wakefield PD resource collection that Kelly Fiddelke prepared for today's session. So on this positive and lovely note, I would love to invite Kelly. Kelly, hi. Thank you so much.
Hello.
Yeah, you
Thanks for
join us.
having me.
Yeah, I'm so excited you join us, and I'm super excited that we could make this webinar happen finally.
Yeah.
So, please do share, give yourself a brief introduction.
So, as she said, my name's Kelly Fiddelke. Um, obvious. My background is I actually have about 15 years in
Oh my
disability
God!
services. Yeah, at the
Wow!
United States.
Wow!
I've done a little bit of everything when it comes to disability. I've been a direct support provider where I've actually, like in houses, worked with individuals with disabilities. Um, but my latest venture, it was in college university. So I oversaw the accommodation office for students needing accommodations at college. So yeah, that has been just very eye-opening for me. Um, I absolutely love working with that age group, and that age group being like high school, going into college, or freshman college age students, like traditional college age students. Um, they're very honest. If I never have to worry about if I'm not doing something right, they will let me know. But they're just
Wow!
like it's a transition period for them. So what I mean by that is everything that they've known from their K through 12 through their
Yes!
primary,
Yes!
it's gonna change. And so my goal is to prepare families and students to um,
Wow!
be ready for that change. And when I was in higher ed, it really made me sad to see the families come in and just really have no idea like what services they could get, how they even get services, what supports are available to the student. So I am now an entrepreneur, and that is my goal. I'm working with families to give them that information as best I can ahead of time so that they don't have to worry about that next step. They can go in with confidence and really just focus in on their academics, which is what we want for them. So, I'm going to talk a little bit today about just assistive technology, which I know all of you do in some way, shape, or form, but just basically how students that in my experience how they utilize it, and maybe what the differences from like elementary primary student versus high school going into college student.
Wow, that's fantastic. Kelly, I would love to ask you really like my one of my favorite questions here. What do you think inclusive education is? What does it mean to you?
So for me, inclusive education is universal design. So I don't know, how many people have heard
Wow,
of that, but basically
wow,
it's
I haven't.
it's when you
Interesting.
create whatever it is that you create and do, you do it with the greatest extent possible. So thinking outside of like the main core people of what they're using and people who might have different needs, what they might need, and making that a core just standard for how you teach. I have found students do not want, at least young adults, they do not want to ask for help. They really, if they can,
Yeah.
yeah, if they can find
Yeah.
on their own, they are going to do that. The last thing they want to do is to have to come up to, me or someone else and say, hey, I need assistance with this, because they don't want to be singled out. And it's a very delicate time where they really
Yes. Good
are
word for that. Mm-hmm.
getting into their own identity, and kind of moving away from what they may have experienced in high school and with their family in high school and now in college. So yeah, that is my vision for inclusive classrooms. And I think that anyone who is watching these videos, my kudos to you, because it says that this is something that is very important to you, and you're trying to get all the tips and tricks that you can for your students. And that to me is just
Wow.
absolutely phenomenal.
You're amazing, Kelly. Thank you so much. I think my connection is here. I don't know, like with our, continents isn't really perfect today, but I hope that is going to be great in recording, because I can see that your speech is perfect there. But I'm
Cutting out a little.
we can also mention what is assistive technology exactly.
Yeah, I'm having trouble hearing you now.
Yeah, you see, I'm like a bit
Yeah.
frozen.
Yeah.
But you're doing great. Yeah, I can
I
see
mean, I
live.
can be
I can
frozen
see that
too.
you're doing great. Absolutely. No, you're doing great. No frozen. Yeah, that's my picture only. Like,
Do you want me
so,
to jump into
what
my
is assistive
presentation?
technology
Go
like?
ahead.
Yeah, just about the question. What is assistive technology? What is exactly? Just a brief intro for this.
Hmm. So basically, any it's anything that might be outside of the standard so that it is accessible to somebody. So I mean, it's when we say assistive technology, we think of like software, computers, and stuff, but it's not
Yeah,
necessarily
yeah,
just that. It could be like button closers and things to help get on your socks. Those are all considered assistive technology too. So yeah, it's a wide variety of things. Some of the best, I guess, things that people who might not have an immediate need for, they really find that a lot of this universal design, this assistive tech, is useful for them. And I think one of them that a lot of people probably take for granted is your phone. Like just like being able to speak your text, that and have it play back to you. That was an accessibility
yeah.
feature, but so many people utilize that, and I'm sure that it helps them out tremendously. So
Yeah, that's amazing. Let's get strictly to the presentation that you prepared. It's on the screen already.
okay.
Technology and young adults. Yeah, I
All
can't
right.
wait.
So I already talked a little bit about me and my experience with young adults. Um, so let's go ahead and move over to, here's a picture of me and my dog, Gracie. I am a dog mom. My dog is very
Oh,
important to me, so I had to include this picture. And my father-in-law is actually a photographer, so he took this picture for me, and I absolutely love it. Um,
oh,
so
so
like I
sweet. I love it. I love this one. I remember you sent me. Yeah.
yeah. So like I said, I'm a disability specialist with a focus on college age students. Um, I believe that disability is just another aspect of the world's human diversity. And I think we need to spend most time focusing in on our strengths and not necessarily the things that we're not that great at. So that's kind of my philosophy on education and individualizing education. Like I said, I'm an entrepreneur and I'm providing disability consultation for students with disabilities considering college. Um, so this is more of a US thing, but I have been certified as a Social Security disability benefits planner, a coordinator for
Wow.
the yeah. It's a very complicated system. There's actually only a handful of us in the US that have that certification. So I think it's kind of a big deal. But that, I mean,
Amazing.
yeah, it's definitely a conversation, a point that families really need to consider when their student is looking to enter college, and that's when I can help out, at least here in the U.S. Um, I also am an Americans with Disabilities Act coordinator and a certified employment support specialist. So this is my passion. I'm just honored to be a part of such a welcoming community. Being an entrepreneur, I don't get those connections that I used to have on a regular
Yeah,
basis.
yeah. I
So
understand
being
that.
able,
Yeah.
yeah, so being able to have that just really motivates me to continue to, sharpen my skills and network with people. So I'm greatly honored to be here and a part of
Yeah,
this.
Kelly, I just want to say that the recording is going to be here on this channel. Know that the Asian part, our Idu friends from the from another part of this beautiful planet, they can't watch us today. But I see that Aida has joined us. Aida, what time is on your side? Can you share? I think it's pretty much late in Egypt. No, it's okay. I hope that it's not too late for you. Anyway, if you're watching us as a recorded version, I want to say thank you so much. Keep sharing in the comments area and the description area under the description area on YouTube. So anything, and don't forget to grab your highlights and your takeaways from the session and post them on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Don't forget to tag Kelly. You can see that beautiful tags over there, the handles, myself, and use the hashtag Teachers Love It. We would really appreciate that, and to see what you've learned and what your takeaways are from this session. It will be fantastic to see. So, yay, Kelly, the mic is yours again. Sorry for interrupting. Yay.
Oh, well, I just wanted to highlight my Instagram. So I'd greatly
Yes, sure.
appreciate if you went and just checked out what I have out there. So my goal is to provide just quick tips, tech ideas, things that it's all in one spot for students and parents. Yeah, so I would greatly appreciate you checking out my stuff. And if you want to subscribe, I would appreciate that as well. I'm just getting used to social media, so it's not my
Yes, please. We're waiting for your profiles on the others, so we
yeah.
can tag you more. Yeah, Kelly. I will attach all the links again to the socials, to Instagram. It's already in Wakelet collection that we're sharing today. So stay tuned because we are sharing with Wakelet PD Resource Collection very soon, or closer to the end of the session. Yay, for sure.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for that. Um, So again, like my experience with young adults, these are just some pictures of some of the outreach things that we did in my office. So we had like positivity rocks where we set them all over campus, and if someone brought it back, then they got a prize. And the reason we did this outreach is because a lot of families and students had no idea that we were even there.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. And it just like when somebody would get to me, like when, things were really hard for them, I just had wished that I had been able to talk to them sooner. So we really strived to do some outreach. Um, you can see the little dog right
Yes.
here. Yeah. That is Ruby.
Ruby. What
Yeah,
a sweet
isn't she
name.
adorable?
Yeah, adorable one for sure.
So she was a service dog in training that I had in my office as well.
Hmm.
Um and it was just so like for me, I absolutely loved it and learned so much about what services dogs can provide. But it also just really kind of melted the students' anxiety about coming to me. And I actually became the woman with the dog.
Oh,
So
wow.
people would just stop by and say, "Hey, can I see the woman with the dog?" So it was a
Love this story. Yay.
yeah, yeah. It was a great invitation for people. They had a reason, they could come by and say hi, and then we could check in and talk and stuff like that. So that was a really good outreach slash support for all of us. Yeah. So those are the staff. A lot of the staff were student employees, and I always trained them like they were professionals, and I wanted them to leave into their next career having principles about inclusion.
Yes.
Most of them were going to go be teachers, so they had an interest in working in my office. So I wanted to make sure that they had as much information as I could possibly give them, so that they could spread it then when they were in their own career. So yeah. Um, let's see. Okay, so I kind of talked about how young adults use the technology already. Um, most of the students, they don't even own a computer. I don't know if that's the case for you and like the, younger
Well,
students.
yeah, yeah, sometimes this happen. Yeah, but they all have cell phones.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, absolutely. They all have phones. And that's the norm for students within this age category. And they do just fine. Most of them don't ever get a computer. So I think that is what is unique about how this age group interacts with technology. They want something that is in their hand at their fingertips, which is readily available
Yes,
all the time.
accessibility. Yeah, accessibility is very essential for sure.
Yeah. So that's why I really focused in on assistive tech that crossed over multiple platforms. So it was seamless for them to use it on their computer if they had one, on their phone, within a classroom. So it was just absolutely seamless, and they didn't have to be like, "Oh, hey, I need something here." They just had it, and they weren't singled out either, because everybody essentially has their phone and is probably on it when they shouldn't be. But it very much normalized the experience. And I would say that's the one thing that I learned the most about students entering college, is that they carry a lot of shame with them, and that just broke my
Wow.
heart. um they didn't want.
Yes.
Yeah, and I don't know if you all experience that with students, but they come and they don't want to be the different student anymore.
Yes.
They don't want to, they're probably used to going to other rooms for special instruction and things of that nature, but they absolutely do not want that. They want to blend in as much as possible. So we talk a lot, like when I first meet with students, we talk a lot about just how you would talk to your instructors and about identity too. Um, I had a student who she literally hadn't told anyone outside of her immediate family and her best friend that she had dyslexia.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yes. That's how much she just felt it was somehow she, was broken in some way. And
Yes.
yeah, and I think that if we can accommodate people who learn differently, then they're not going to leave into their next chapter of their life feeling like they can't do something. Um, so another
Yes.
thing I did is I connected students with other students so that they could mentor them in terms of like what their experience was, and that was really impactful for this particular student. Um, but a lot of times students come to college and they're like, okay, I'm going to throw everything I know out the door and I'm going to try it without any sort of assistive tech and anything special because I want to, take on this new identity. So that's, I think, an important conversation to have prior to a student leaving for college is the yes, you are going to want maybe to start this new identity and blend in, but this is what has led your success to, and so we don't want you to fall behind because you don't have the tools that you need. And I highly suggest that you do some sort of, I call it an assistive tech refresh
Wow. Love it.
during that time. Yeah, just
Sounds good.
completely a refresh. Because each college, they have their own software things that they have available for the student that might be different from their previous experience. So that's helpful for them,
Yeah.
one, to know where they're going so you can work with what technology they have. And also it allows them to come up with a plan that's going to work for them because they now are becoming independent individuals, and I can give them all the tips in the world and say, this works
Yeah.
great, this works great.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't work great for them, they're
Mm-hmm.
not going to use it.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
So, yeah, so I really think before they get to college, like when they're in high school, kind of experimenting a little bit, like what works for you, and so that they aren't behind when they get to college because they already got
Yes.
that sorted out. Yeah.
Yeah, sense of belonging is very like it's
Yeah.
important for everyone, for any
Yeah.
community. Yeah, when you're not
Absolutely.
included, when you do not feel like you belong to the classroom
Hmm.
lesson, it's really it's not empowering for sure. It's not
Yeah.
engaging. It's like it's depressing thing to me.
Yeah. And then they tend to think that they're the only one too, that everybody else, doesn't have any sort of assistive tech and they're the only one. And I always give them the statistic that 20% of Americans have a disability. So when you're
And
looking
is
at
it
your,
empower them? Like, does it
yeah, it
empower them for
does.
sure?
Yeah,
It does.
yeah, they absolutely, to know that you're
It's a
not
good
alone,
thing.
that there's a community of people
Yes,
in a similar situation really makes a huge difference. Yeah.
it's amazing.
So I wanted to bring
It's the least
forward.
my favorite thing. You just dropped the whole list. It's amazing. But so please do take screenshots. And this is a great thing, time for taking your highlights from the session and post them on Twitter, on Instagram, and on Facebook. So
Mm-hmm.
please do not forget to tag us and use the hashtag Teachers Love Edu for sure. This is the one of the perfect times for you to make it happen. Love this one.
Perfect. Well, these are my what I have found in my experience with students, what has worked, and I'll give you why
Mhm.
it was helpful and what situations it was helpful. Again, it's going to be unique for every student, but hopefully you can take away some of these resources. Even if it's not exactly this, it'll give you the idea of what can be done for somebody in the future. So, my very favorite technology is this Otter AI.
Wow, I have never tried it, I think. Oh, please do share in the comments if you tried Otter
Yeah,
AI. Yeah,
yeah.
I wonder. Ooh, free.
Okay.
That's a good word for teachers,
Yeah.
especially.
So all of these, everything I'm sharing is free. I think that's really important because it gives students the opportunity to try it out, to
Yes.
see if it's something that works for them or not before they, you know, pay for it. And
Stick
they
to it,
might not
yeah, or
ever
pay for it.
need.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
to
they
stick
might
to
not ever need to.
because there are so many apps these days. We don't need all of them, but we need to
Yes.
learn. Maybe this or that will be better for us.
Yeah, I agree. So this is actually the technology. So I don't know if you all are familiar with like Zoom meetings.
Of course,
Yeah,
online
okay.
teacher.
Otter AI is the company that brought the live captioning when
Ooh.
during the pandemic. So they were kind of on the cusp of moving into being a larger company. And then the pandemic happened, and everybody had a need for captioning because everything was online now. And Otter AI was the one that actually had something ready to go. And so they partnered with Zoom, and they're the behind the scenes, like why you have that live captioning already built into Zoom. And if you don't know that it's there, you just need to turn it on too. So
Is it
it
like
is.
the in integration area on Zoom, right? So,
Yes. Yep.
I
Yep.
got it.
Yep. Exactly. So that is why I
Kelly,
like this.
could you please scroll a little bit up so we can see the description of this tool? I don't know. There is no.
No. Okay. So let me click the.
Well, like just why Otter dot AI at the very top on your left.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe this one.
Yep.
Yeah, that's perfect. Help students and faculty succeed. Ooh.
Yep. So it has real time captioning for notes, in person meetings, like virtual lectures, classes, meetings. I have found that it works best for group work. So a student who might need some sort of speech to text, it's
Mm-hmm.
very difficult for them when they're outside of just the typical lecture classroom environment. And so this allows them to really seamlessly work with their peers and get all of the information that they need in real time. So I love this one for like working on the fly. Let
Mm-hmm.
me
Mm-hmm.
see. I'm going to see if I can sign in. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
It's a calendar
um,
here. I can see. Uh-huh.
yep. Yep. So there is, let me just click on this one. I was playing with this earlier today. So this is my note that I said that I just recorded down here. Well, actually,
Oh,
yeah, I
nice.
just recorded and then it'll play back. Hold on. I
This is
paused just a test to see how this works. Yeah, and
it,
I I paused a little bit there, but you can also add a picture to it as
wow.
well if you want. And I
From your
think that
device, you can upload it from any device
yeah,
of yours,
yep,
right? Mhm.
yep, 100%. And I think that that's helpful for visual cues for students. Um, their conversations, I think it's also good for organization because it has the date and time on it. And then if something's, no longer useful for them, they can just get rid of it. It helps with organization.
Kelly,
Um,
is it so you able to collaborate with your students in this app all together? Like,
yes, yep,
ooh,
absolutely.
nice. Love it.
Yeah, yep.
Mhm.
You can share. So one of a common accommodation that students ask for in college is note taking. And for me, I I struggle with this accommodation because what I take for notes, you might not have any idea why I took that particular note.
Yeah,
So if I give it to you, it might not be very helpful to you, because I'm just thinking of something different and what
yeah.
is important to me. So instead of note taking, I like it so that students can record their lectures, but that can also get kind of tedious to have to go through the lecture again. So it'll translate it, and you can highlight, like, if there's something that is important to you, go ahead, and it's
Wait.
already there.
Is it working this way? It works this way, like you can students are able to record teacher's voice and it's automatically appears in as like a text,
Yep,
and they can work with the text by highlighting it,
yep, yep,
This
yep.
is amazing.
Yeah. So that's why I like
This
this,
is
because
amazing.
it's very helpful for, like,
Wait,
just on the go.
just
It's
wait.
Yep. So there's a desktop version. There's
I love this feature a lot. It's super handy, super handy. So please, teachers, do suggest this amazing app that is like integration in Zoom, so we can find it for your students because it we need. So I was students for 3 times for sure. I was a student. We need it. They need it. We all need it sometimes. Teachers never stop learning, so we know
yeah,
that.
absolutely. Yep. So the next one, I'm sure
I know.
everybody's
I know. I use it.
yeah, yeah, you're familiar with this one, is Grammarly.
Grammarly,
Yeah,
I suggest to my students also. It's super handy again because we type a lot and it's not even handwriting and you're like always in hush and you can make mistakes. It's okay. And Grammarly helps a lot
yeah,
for me.
absolutely. Um, for Grammarly, so I
Worth
had
it.
a student who worked in my office that had dyslexia, and he told me that he needed something to help him get to a rough draft so he could bring it to the learning center. So he struggled with even getting a rough draft written out so that someone else could understand it. And so that brought him a ton of shame. He felt very shameful. And this is an incredibly intelligent, human. And
I
he
know, I
was,
know.
yeah, seeking out all of the resources, but he needed that in between step. And Grammarly was really helpful for him just to get it to a point where it could then be understood by somebody else and they could help, him develop his papers. Um, the other thing I like about it is that you don't have like software that you have to really upkeep. It goes everywhere with you, your phone, even it works in Otter AI. It works on everything. So it just is like a consistent tool for you that you can use. And it's something that everyone can use. And there's a free version. That's always my favorite. So I figured you were all probably aware of that one, but um, yeah, I just wanted to give an example of why I like it so very much. All
Yeah.
right. Um, have you heard of
No,
rev.com?
no, no. I'm super excited to learn from you about it.
Okay. So
Okay.
I love this company. So this company
And I love
was
their design. So I want to say a hi to the designer of this website. Looks really cool.
right. I agree. They were a very, very small company, and now they've just, again, because of the pandemic, have
Yeah.
just blown up. Um, what it started off as is it's sorry, speech to text. So they were providing transcription, captioning for videos. You would send it to them, and they actually had like people who worked from home and would type it up and then
Wow.
they'd send it back to Rev. And so that's how they initially worked. But with AI, um, they now don't have to do it that way. You can still get it that way,
Yeah.
but they don't have to. So basically, if I don't know if you've had to find captions in a really short period of time and there's like this sense of panic
Yeah.
because you know it's you know it's what they need and you're like, oh my goodness, why didn't I think of this? I didn't think it would be on this particular or situation. So this one has an extremely fast turnaround time. So it's 99% accurate and it's only a dollar
Amazing.
per minute. So if the video is 5 minutes, it would be what is that? Do the math for me.
No
750.
numbers for me. I'm very bad at numbers, so
Yeah. Oops. It would be it would be 750. Um so it's very quick. It's very affordable. Um the turnaround time, like I said, it's like just a few hours. And you can also, I'm trying to get to it. Sorry, I kind of lost my spot. There I am.
so what do students can do with this? They are able to upload the video, the audio, and get the captions.
Yes, yep. And you can get captions, you can get subtitles, you can get transcription. The thing that I think is really neat and sets them apart from a lot of different companies is that you can get other languages for subtitles as well, which global translated subtitles. So if you have an English I guess video, you can have then it has 15 different languages. And it says here it's translated by fluent speakers of those
Mm-hmm.
languages. This one is quite a bit more money to
Mm-hmm.
do. I anticipate that it'll probably, once it builds up a little bit more, that the price will come down. This is very new for them. Um, but I mean, if you need it, it's very, very helpful in a pinch. You can easily translate something. So let's see. Yeah.
Wow,
So
these are the languages I think.
yep, there's the languages and what it is per minute.
And
So
the price is pretty much different. Interesting.
right? I thought that was interesting too. I'm like, why? I don't know. Maybe it's because of lack of availability of people, or they think some are harder to translate than others. I don't know. But if you're looking for a side job and you're multilingual,
Yeah.
I'm sure that they would absolutely hire you for this as well.
You see, teachers, you can get some extra job here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need money.
Yeah. As if you don't have enough to do.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
So let me see. Wanted to show. So here it says
Yeah.
the automated transcription.
Categories.
Yep. Um, 90%. This isn't what I was trying to get to. Let me see. Sorry. Proceed. So you can upload a file or you can just paste the URL. So
Mhm.
you don't even have to, like, if you have a YouTube video
Yeah,
and you need that
I
captioned,
do.
you can just put, as long as you own it, yeah, you can put the
Yeah, yeah,
URL in there.
of course, yeah.
So that is super handy, I have found,
So
to
I
do
don't
that.
have to upload this video from my YouTube channel. I mean, my video. I just or before or so I just can add the link. That's it.
Yep, yep, and you can do
I like
multiple
this
ones.
feature a lot.
Yep, yep,
It's a
yep.
great time saver.
Yeah, if you've
Mhm.
ever tried to, like, download a YouTube video, um,
No.
I've tried that before. Yeah, yep. You're like, "Okay, this is amazing." So, yeah, you can just put your link there and they'll send it back to you. You can have an account, so your school can have an account where it's all set up, so that you can, do whatever it is that you need to do. Your school can set like a set amount. So if you know that your budget's only $500, you can have like $500 put on your account. And then once it's up, they'll let you know. So that's just a nice little budgeting thing as well, in
Let's go to
case
the
that
free
comes
stuff.
up. Yeah. Yeah.
No, of
In
course,
case
it
that comes up.
depends on school, yeah, your budgets, and of course, it's a great thing that we can choose.
Yeah. So my next tech is sign
I've
glasses.
never tried it before. Have never heard of it
so
before.
so sign glasses has a lot of different things. Let me pull up. You know how when you pull something up, it's like when you have an audience, you never find what you were looking
Of
for.
course, I'm used to it. I've got so many tabs sometimes of just puzzles sitting like this, without
Yeah.
any audience. I'm just like, where is it?
Yeah, exactly. So at my school, we use sign glasses for virtual interpreting.
You've got
So
VR glasses. I
yeah.
forgot this. I can see that. I reacted to this. Of course, we'll love it. Yeah, for
So
sure.
the thing that I found, and I don't know if you all have the same experience, is that there's a limited amount of interpreters that are available for schools. Usually there's one or two that contracts with the school, but not necessarily anyone else. Like if they get sick or there's a snowstorm or whatever weather event, then that
Yeah.
student might just miss out on that particular information because they don't have a backup interpreter. So
Yes.
this allows you to connect anywhere on any
Really.
device. Yeah. And this is my favorite part about this is that students
Grab
get
your
their own.
takeaways. Grab your highlights right now.
Oh yeah. Students get their own portal. So they can actually make the request for interpreting, and then you can go through and approve it. You could either have it set up where it's automatically approved, or you could go through and approve it. So that to me is just so empowering for students. Plus, it also saves a lot of administrative time for myself
Yes,
as
for sure.
well. Because there's going to be scenarios that are outside of the classroom where they're going to need interpreting as well. And this allows that to happen in a very seamless way. So you don't have the other person, kind of following you around. Although I know students are very used to it. This kind of helps with the whole like seamless, not being singled out type of thing. And they have particular certifications too. So, like when you get to college, there may be classes like engineering, business, medical, where it's important to have word for word interpretation and the best interpreter that you can get. So sometimes, they sign for meaning and it's not word for word. This is a way that you can get an interpreter that's going to meet the needs of whatever it is that you are needing. So if it's more casual or if it's more scientific, yeah. So I also love this company because it was started at BYU. It was started at a university and with students with disabilities. It started as like
Mhm.
it started as like a class project, and it just
So not just for fun or for playing video games only or something, it's for again for to support students
yep,
who need it.
yep, yep. So I know a lot of people are hesitant to do virtual interpreting, and the question's always going to be, well, how much does it cost? I found
Yeah.
that it actually was cheaper than having an interpreter because I had to pay for them to travel to my site. Then I had to pay for their services. And then, like, they would often charge me more if like I went into a next hour, where here
Hmm.
they didn't do that. So they were very good to work with. They were so helpful with the technology in terms of getting it set up. I couldn't ask for better people. And again, all of these things that I'm sharing, I have no affiliation with whatsoever.
Okay.
This is just a company that they were just top notch, and students loved it.
And it's
I
really
would give
great that you had, sorry, that you have the experience so you can compare, these apps and these
mhm,
platforms. So it's amazing
mhm,
that you're sharing.
thanks. I think the most important part that students liked was the being able to have their own portal, being able to like just sign in and have their interpreter there, and so their needs were just instantly met. So yeah, that is that. Um, Oh, I forgot another thing, sorry, that I like about, sign glasses, in the
Are there any
portal.
pictures, more pictures of this or anything? Like how it
Let's
looks
see. I know,
like.
I was like, it's gotta be about
About or
let me go here. Oh, nope, that's where we're at. Mhm. Nope, nope.
no, that's okay. Have we added the link to the collection, Kelly? Have we
Yes,
added?
yep, yep, it's in the collection.
Anyway, Kelly, I just want to say that Kelly has added your presentation, which I never insist on, to the Wakelet Resource Collection. So
Mm,
today we're sharing not only with Wakelet just PD Resource Collection and with this presentation from our amazing guest speaker. So stay tuned. I'm going to share it out really very,
mm,
very, very soon.
very cool, thank you. The thing that I forgot about sunglasses that is so super helpful is that the student can upload their class information to the portal as well, and the interpreter gets it ahead of time because interpreters need time to prep and get to know the material and stuff before they interpret, especially like very scientific medical things. So it gives them the ability to just sign in and see what the syllabus says, and what they're going to learn. And if they have any questions, they can ask the student, who is the one who is going to know the most about what's going on in the classroom anyway. So it allows them the independence, on both sides, for the interpreter and the student to work together, and at the same time it's controlled too, so you know what's going on. That is what I love about
Awesome.
it. Okay. Natural reader.
Come on, let's do it.
Right. Thank you again. I just so appreciate your time, and anybody who's tuning in, thank you so
It's
very
going to be
much.
recorded. Yeah, I love the features on YouTube. Again, you can always choose what is the speed of this, watching you
Yep.
want to provide. If it's like you can make it a little bit faster, so or
Yeah, cut out
anything.
the
Yeah,
parts that you don't need.
no,
Yep.
I love all the parts so
Yeah.
far. So yeah,
So I'll just really quickly, natural reader. Let me pull that one up. Like I had it. And this is again in the Wakelet.
Hey, want to give a shout out to Dr. Michael Harvey, who has joined us from Lisbon in Portugal.
Oh,
I'm feeling so jealous, to be
I was
honest.
in Lisbon. I flew TAP Air.
Bom dia. Is it like, yeah, Portuguese? Bom dia. Uh-huh.
So
So natural reader. Ooh, I like this one. I have never
yeah,
tried, but I
yeah.
just love the name, the title, you know.
So why I like it is you can get started for free. They also
Good
have,
one. Good
yeah,
start.
right. We like free. We like free, but they also have. You'll see over here an education discount too.
Wow.
So I was able actually to connect with this company, and they gave me a free year, unlimited licensing for this, just for us to try for the year because we were with a school.
Wow.
So
Super
yeah,
generous, I think.
definitely. I know, very, very generous. And again, they have a free option. So, and it's very useful, but I'll just play this really quick.
Hi there, my name is Graham Smith, Marketing Coordinator at
You hear that?
NaturalSoft. Today I'm here to introduce our online text-to-speech applications, built to be with you at school, the office, home, or on the go. One Natural Reader account gives you access to all 3 of our next generation text-to-speech applications, which includes our online reader, mobile application, and Chrome extension.
Sorry.
Got him back.
Okay, good.
No, that's amazing. He actually named all the main things. Yeah.
Yeah. So you can go there and watch. You can finish watching it on your own to get the gist of what it is. What I like about it.
Let's upload a PDF to see just how easy it is to start listening.
Keep sharing.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you can you can put documents in here very easily.
Start listening. Let's choose our favorite voice. Natural Reader has over 100 plus voices across 16 different languages, making it easy to find a voice that's perfect for you. All of our plus voices feature the newest and highest technology of AI voices on the market today. I'm going to choose my favorite voice, Davis, but I'll make sure to feature other voices throughout the video.
Welcome to Natural Reader. We want to first say thank you and welcome to
The words are highlighted. I love it.
Yes. Yeah, it's so that helps with people who need assistance with tracking.
It reminds me immersive reader.
I'll let one of our UK Plus voices, Sonia, describe what kind of text files are supported.
What was that?
It reminds me immersive reader. If you want to watch it, I've got on my YouTube channel, and also you can find it and learn it from different others like Mike Tolson. Amazing. He's a big fan actually from Microsoft, and he actually I learned from him about immersive reader, and I love it so much. So there are voices again too, and there are so many languages, and you can hear it loud. And I haven't heard of this one before, but I like it. I like it that the visual part, again, and these features are really useful for sure.
Yeah, I appreciate you sharing that because there's so many different products out there, and I always look for the free ones. But with this one, the reason that I like it so much is because it has this library over here where you can upload your text so you can read your books. It's all in one spot. So like if an instructor, they give you a handout, and I didn't anticipate that the instructor was going to give you a handout and you need it, then the student actually can take a picture of it, upload it themselves, and then it'll read it to them. So it's good for last minute things. And I don't know if immersive.
Wait, like a screenshot. I'm sorry for
Yes, like a screenshot. Exactly.
Office Lens. That reminds me of Office Lens again. So they can take a screenshot of a text, upload it to the app, and it will be the same way like it is now, right? Reading out loud. The words are highlighted and visible.
Yep. Yep.
And everything
So
is in one place, which I like. I like it.
yeah.
I love.
The last one, I'm gonna hurry up because I know we're
No, we're not in. No. It's not so strict here. Yeah, keep sharing.
so
Bookshare.
this one is Bookshare. So this one is actually free for individuals who have dyslexia, blindness, cerebral palsy, any sort of reading barrier. So it's very, very easy for you to get your students signed up for this. They just have it. Basically, you just have to verify that they do have some sort of reading barrier, and then they will approve it, and that you get like every book under the sun. Textbooks. Reading books are easier generally to find. It's textbooks that are more difficult to find because people apparently don't like to just sit down and read textbooks. So that's why I really appreciate this. Again, it's free. The other thing is that they just came up with this app. So it's a free reading app that makes reading and learning easier.
Read what you
Fantastic.
want, where you want with Bookshare Reader. Bookshare Reader opens the door to millions of ebooks in easy-to-read formats and lets you read in ways that work for you. Listen to books in high-quality audio. Follow along with karaoke-style highlighting. Adjust reading speed, voices, fonts, and colors.
Wow.
Read and access math equations using MathML.
X subscript 1 baseline plus.
Okay, that's what I wanted to get to. It reads math. I don't know if you've ever
Math?
had to do alt text for math, but it's like near impossible. If
I
you're
can see our video here there in
What
YouTube
was that?
suggestion. Can you see? I can see our session. Live PD. It's on the screen. You're sharing your
Oh.
screen, and you're in the in the center, in the middle,
Yay.
the thumbnail.
Okay. So, what was I saying?
Yeah, that's a
Oh,
great app.
okay, it's great for math. Any sort of alt text ebooks for math is very, very difficult. And this one, you can say, don't read the charts. So it'll just skip over those. And then as it was showing on there, it'll also appropriately read math equations too, which is
Amazing.
Yeah.
It was said that it's absolutely free.
Yes. Yep.
Like, why? It's great. I will check out this application today because I'm super interested. And you showcase the visual part like in this video, and I think it looks really great. So probably I will use it as well, like a part of immersive reader.
Yeah. I like that it also you can download the books in different formats. So I don't know if any of you are familiar with like Daisy files.
No, it's a new thing to me too.
Oh, they're just a pain.
Really?
Yeah, because not everybody uses them and they're very specific to certain software. So it's just, yeah, it's a pain. And it's in the US, it's used a lot in primary schools. So it has that. If you need that, I recommend you move away from software that requires that.
Okay, it's a good suggestion that you shared.
Yep,
this.
it has the reader and PDF and just plain text. So it does have different, I guess, ways of accessing the book depending on what your reader is, what's best for you. All right. I guess the last thing, and I'll be quiet.
We're all listening to you. Don't stop.
I know. It's this one is just, it's called Inside Higher Ed. Hold on.
Just Kelly, let me know whenever you want me to share out the Wakelet PD resource collection.
Okay. right after this.
Okay. Well, stay
um,
tuned. Don't
this,
forget to grab your captures. Just
yeah,
give it, share your highlights from this session. Don't forget to tag
yes.
us. And Kelly, stop it. Okay, and use the hashtag. Come on, just
So this is just, it's really a good place to get news about things that are happening in college and higher ed. So if you're interested in knowing any of that information, like for example, I don't know if you, I think you did the chat GPT like recently. It kind of
I don't know. I'm
well,
not sure.
it kind of it has things like here, like teaching actual student writing in the AI world. Just topics that I think kind of cross all students and all, I guess, teachers in terms of just things that they might want to know. So yeah. And that is all. And now you can share the Wakelet.
Wait, I'm not ready yet. So I just need to check out that I'm sharing the correct link, and that's going to be fantastic. Let me check this one. Yeah, Kelly, and so are you using all of these apps these days, or you stick to, what are your favorites? Okay, here's my question. What are your favorites?
I don't personally use them, but I do recommend to students. My favorite is honestly whatever makes the most sense for that student. That is my favorite. Whatever,
Wow,
and
love it.
I always ask them, tell me what your process is. Do you have any sort of process? So I want to start where they're at and then move forward from there. If I had to pick out of here, honestly, it's Sign Glasses. Like that is my, just because of their quality of service, how easy it is. But students can just access it. So yeah, that one is my favorite. Of course, the one that's not free.
Yeah, there is a comment from Michael. If you haven't done a chat, I can't even pronounce this word. I'll do it. Fantastic. Yeah, I don't think that I
Yeah.
have tried it.
Oh yes,
So
I haven't done it. Yes, the chat GTP. I just tried that myself. It is fascinating. So yes, please do.
please do it. Ah, Lisbon. Okay, so I've shared the Wakelet resource collection. You may just click the link, grab all the resources, and thank you so much, Kelly, for sharing your beautiful presentation, because you just collected all of these names of the apps, and I love them all. And please don't forget to share in the comments area or here in the Q&A box. You can ask Kelly any questions if you have,
Yes,
and
please do.
just share what are your favorite ones, which you enjoyed the most, and I hope that you will try them out, because we need, I
Mhm,
think, yeah, I personally really want to support students and even adults, and
mhm,
because we're all different, and individual approach
mhm,
is super important, and
mhm.
you know
Yep.
inclusivity. Yay. So I'm going to hide the presentation, and all of these amazing links and this beautiful presentation is in Wakelet Resource Collection. So grab all the links. Don't forget to post your, you know, highlights, takeaways from the session, Wow's House on socials. And Kelly, thank you so much. I just want to say this.
Okay.
Yay. Thank you for sharing with your experience, with your personal experience, and with working with young adults, and also for coming, for sharing your time, and with the names again of these beautiful apps. And I'm going to investigate even more and a little bit deeper on I think all of them, because they are all really important, super useful and helpful. Any last words from you that you would like to share with the audience and everyone who watches as a record version? Again, thank you so much. And yeah, I hope that you enjoyed. Don't forget to share your highlights and grab them again and post them on socials. Even if it's the recording, it's still super useful. And give a shout out to amazing Kelly for your sharing today. So, Kelly.
So I just want to say thank you to you for providing a platform for everybody. No, this has been this is
Thank you.
absolutely fantastic, and it's an amazing
Feel honored.
resource. So I'm going to go through and start watching more of these so that I can get all of the tips and stay on top of things too. So thank you. And thank you for anybody who tuned in. I haven't done a training in a really long time, so I'm a little rusty.
You were amazing and you are amazing. So please keep sharing. We're tuning to your Instagram for sure. Hope that you will pop up on Twitter soon or somewhere else. But Kelly is on Facebook again, and all the contacts you will find in Wakelet. It's always updating things. So Kelly, don't forget, if you want to share anything else, so please drop it to this Wakelet collection. And on this again positive love note, I would love to say thanks everyone who joined us. Thank you, Michael, for tuning in from beautiful Portugal. Thanks everyone who joined us. I really do appreciate your time that you are here. And let's keep sharing. If you want to learn anything on any Edu tool or something or about anything, just let me know. And we'll find someone who can share it out like this, like amazing, brave Kelly, who likes sharing a lot. And she has an amazing Instagram. So thanks everyone who joined us and who is watching us as a recorded version. So stay safe and stay tuned for more upcoming webinars very soon. Bye everyone.
Bye.